we are going to do one of my favorite things to do in the month, pick out our blind date with a book. I have so much fun doing this because I love having the absolute surprise of reading books. I'm getting to read books that are on my shelf that I'm interested in. My son got to help pick them out in Mom Rad. It's just such a fun thing to do. So, I mean, I would highly suggest it. I've seen lots of people who, there's somebody on Instagram, I'll put up their tag, but they have wrapped all of their books and they pick out a random number. I absolutely love that. I wish I could do that. I don't think I'm quite ready for that commitment, but this is definitely such a fun thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and take out the books that my mother has made a suggestion for because she did put a lot of time and effort into kind of looking at what my son picked and what they were. So give me just a minute. We have this one. Again, I do know what this book is. I'm not quite ready to read it. I think I know what month I'll probably pick this in. I won't spoil that for you though. This book says hot on it, and she has some suggestions for like July and August, which are really hot months, but I feel like June, at least in Kansas, is a very hot month. So I feel like this would be the perfect book to pick. So it's a little bit thick though. I'm curious what it is. So let's go ahead and open it. Neal Stephenson's Termination Shock, which I know I was really intrigued by this and now I don't even remember. Oh, I'm sold. There's a map on the inside and I mean, I love maps. Ooh, there's even more. Ooh, this is cool. There's like this. Let me just take this off. There's this like rocket diagram. And then this map, which I always find those things so fun. Let's read the synopsis. This is, okay, I kind of remember why I wanted to read this. So this is a group of people coming together to understand and try and combat global warming. I think this is going to be a fantastic book. Sounds like maybe we could learn something from it. But it is a little bit thicker book, but I think that this is going to be a fun one. I like the concept of talking about global warming and all of those things. And I will keep you updated as I read it. We're working on Termination Shock. It's my first update. Not going well. Or maybe I've like portioned it out to try and be like, just make it to here. But I'm like literally on page, I haven't even finished the first 100 pages. I'm on page 65. There's been planes and hogs eating people. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. But then my next question is if I DNF a blind date book, that would be like the most boring video ever. Do I just like grab a new one? Like replace it? I'm not sure how that's going to work. But overall, this is not working for me. And I don't think it's because it's a bad book. I think it's not a book. I don't know. I do not know why I ever picked this out. I definitely like into the world vibes, which is not a thing that I'm into. So I'm trying to rack my brain. I mean, I like the global warming aspect of it and all that stuff, but I'm trying to rack my brain like why truly this was not only on the TBR, but on the TBR to the point that I purchased it. And it's really long. So there's just like a lot of things that I'm like, how did we get to the point that this became a book I owned? So I'm gonna get through it, but we may end up having to do like a switcheroo on you. So I'll keep you updated. No. So I am officially calling time of death on this. There's something wrong with the book, and I can see how it's a very popular book and people like. it's too descriptive. It's too long. I've made it to like the 100-page mark, and I'm thinking about the fact that there's 600 more pages, and that's like 2 books that I could be reading. So officially shortest book of the month. I will be decluttering this. Like I said before, I'm not really sure why this got into my book collection. Like, it's not a book that is for me. It may have been the cover. I don't know. But overall, I tried reading the book. I've tried listening to it. I started it over. Just thinking maybe I missed something, and I just can't get into it. I'm dreading listening to it, and I just think that there's better time spent than reading a book, and I'm trying to get used to DNFing books when I genuinely just don't like them. I did another one last month, so I will be probably even decluttering it, because there's also no point in keeping a book that I'm not going to read, and it's not one of those books that I care to try in the future. So officially the shortest blind date with a book. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. There's some other books that I want to read that I will